Hey everybody. Hopefully you're killing it. Hopefully you're having a good day. I'm going to go over the hypothetical portfolio and what I would be adding into in the portfolio, what I did add, and I'm going to show you what companies that I think are looking pretty good to add to. Remember, this is not financial advice. You guys take the responsibility for doing this and adding to your own portfolios. This is a hypothetical portfolio that I am managing, so I'm telling you what I'm doing. You guys are going to have to do what suits you and your portfolio and your family or whatever else the best of you. So I'm going to go in here. This is my portfolio, finding values portfolio. So I added to WWR. I did the market update. This was one of the ones I charted. I added it the day I charted it. 2-4. There you go. This is Light Bridge. I added that one. 2-5. I did that one today. I added. UU, that was one I charted out. I added that 2-3. That's when I did the charting on it. CPE 2-3. That's the one that we have the cheetah. That's good old Cal. NXE, I charted that one too. I added that one 2-1. Fission Uranium, I added to that one. Didn't even forgot to put the date in it. But I added to that one too. Global Atomic, I added 2-1. I probably did this 2-1, my guess. So Global Atomic, GLATF. And then we've got some other ones down here. I think I added to, let me see here. TMQ I added to. That was 128 though. SM 128. So I added to some of those when I share it with everybody. So these top ones are the ones that I really added to. Today's gain was up 2.5%. The total gain on the portfolio, I think I've had this portfolio for 3 weeks maybe. So it's 11.4% in 3 weeks. Just playing stocks and showing everyone that I'm adding to the portfolio. So 11.4%. This thing's probably going to go up, I'm guessing, next week because a lot of the charts look very good. We are breaking massive patterns. And I'm not expecting this to go up week to week. This is supposed to be a long-term chart, but really what you're charting is my ability to basically technical analysis of picking these and then the conditions that are pushing us forward. So that's what I'm using to get these gains. It's 11.4%. These companies were probably on average, I mean, some of them are only a week or two old. So maybe half a month, not even half a month. So this is really a gain of like 2 weeks is probably the average length that I have of these companies in my portfolio. So 2 weeks, 11.4%, not too bad. Now, if the market pulls back, I'm not going to be selling these things. I'm going to hold on. I think uranium looks very solid. Oil looks very solid. The charts look great in those two sectors. Precious metals, they're starting to really turn around. Silver companies look great. They broke their decade-long patterns. Now is the time not to be afraid, but to actually buy and add in. That's why I added some of my companies. And some of those companies, MMNGF, DSVMF, AG, EXK, Mag Silver, which is MAG, Hecla Mining, HL, FSM, Fortuna Silver Mines. Those are some of the companies that I am referring to by saying that the charts look good and that silver is looking, I think, very good. We know that we've got physical shortages on the retail side of physical metals. I think this is going to work its way towards the COMEX. Then you're going to see explosions happen in the paper price, even, I think, because when the silver gets drained on the physical silver, when that gets drained, I think it's going to have an effect on the paper price, and I think it's going to drive it up. That's my opinion on it, at least. We've got the market conditions of real estate that are moving on up. They are really moving on up. So when prices go up in real estate, that's going to put pressure on commodities to move on up to the upside. It's going to be inflationary. And trust me, commodities love inflation because when inflation happens, it spurs the rotation of money out of other sectors into commodities, the inflation hedges. So it's this money piles out of certain sectors and into other sectors, and we're just sitting there. So it's a combination of supply and demand on top of inflation. So it's those two things that are being priced into commodities. And when I say very high prices of certain commodities, when I say something like, oh, silver can go to $300, $400, $500, $600, $700 an ounce, people will be like, there's no way. The supply and demand. I'm like, whoa, time out. It's not just supply and demand. there's a huge inflation component in there. And gold accounts for inflation. Then you've got the supply and demand against gold, which is going to move those commodities against gold itself when gold is a moving target upward. Gold is your inflation target. That's your standard that's moving up. And then you got the supply and demand flinging it on the other side of gold in terms of valuations. And when you're coming from 100-year low valuations, you guys are going to, I don't think you've experienced gains this large. I haven't even experienced gains this large this quickly because it's going to get massive, especially at the end of the bull market. So we need to know the valuations inside and out because we're going to see gains in our portfolios that are going to blow your mind. I mean, it's possible that some of these go up, 80,000%, 100,000%. Now, it's probably not some that are well known and that have already moved, but they're out there. They're lurking. There's some cows out there, some cheetahs. Callan Petroleum, I think that one's pretty good. It's been driven into the ground. There's some other companies out there. Lightbridge was looking pretty low, and Westwater, all those. WWR and LTBR, if you want to check them out. They've got some pretty good chart patterns too, and they look very powerful. So they're out there. We're finding them. You got to buy them and hold on. If you guys like this content, subscribe to the channel. Give me a thumbs up. Leave comments if you guys have questions. And you know what? Binge watch my other videos. Like, check them all out. Leave comments. Let me know what you want to know because I know all this stuff. I created the videos. A lot of this stuff, I'm creating it off the top of my head. I've researched so much over, especially in my 20s. Man, I used to read all the time. You almost become obsessed with it. And I've been waiting my entire life for this bull market to come in commodities because I saw what the last one was like. And this is very easy to identify the value, the market conditions, all this stuff. I think it's much easier for me to be making money this way than with some of the tech companies because some of the tech companies, it just seems like they're all bubbles to me. They are right now. But even in the beginning, it's like they have no money, they have nothing, they don't have assets. It's like, what the hell are you investing in? You're investing in ideas, and ideas are very dangerous because that's what Enron did. They just discounted future ideas to today, put it on the books, and said, hey, look, we're making all this money because the accounting system allowed it back then. Stupid. But that's kind of what a Tesla is. It's a future idea that they haven't booked the profits for and may never book. So it's very risky to take that bet, in my mind. Now, if you take someone else that has a uranium company with 100 million pounds in the ground, I'm going, well, there's 100 million pounds there. You just have to extract it. And if you're paying pennies on the dollar, if it's 15 cents a pound, I'm getting it for a very good value if it's $30 in the market. So when they extract it, it goes from 15 cents to whatever they're going to make money on. And I can see that value. It makes sense. So if you guys like this content, subscribe, give me the thumbs up. Appreciate you guys listening. This is Finding Value.